Doing like training stuff earlier, you know what I mean? Doing little bits for him, thinking it's gonna be him. And then obviously he come out and said he's not fighting.
So did you think you were going to be on the end of October card with it?
No, I wanted to be on. I asked for Gagey on that card.
When we saw you said you wanted
Cage
to do
Warriors, you said.
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, I wanted to be on that, but Gagey said no, because it weren't a title fight.
What about Arman Sarukian?
He's just one of them, lad. He thinks because his family have got money and he's been had everything handed to a plate on him for years. Oh, it'll just happen in the UFC. Lad, you're being told that he fucking pulled out that Islam fight with a bad back, when really he just couldn't make weight. He got offered to fight Gamrot and said no, and then took the most favourable matchup possible, Dan Hooker, who can't grapple, to save his man's life. Bad shit. And he nearly guillotined him. It just shows how bad Arman's grappling is to me.
Oh yeah, he did.
I was watching that thinking, wow, if I get you in a guillotine, you are going unconscious. And he headbutted him at the weigh-in. If he would have cut him there on his forehead, lad, he was getting cut, therefore. Why would you headbutt someone at the weigh-in, lad?
I do think his wrestling's good though, Arman.
His grappling is good, he's got good wrestling. But that's his main thing, is wrestling. And he wouldn't be able to hold me down and just lie on top of me.
It'd be interesting, wouldn't it, the grappling matchup?
It would.
It'd be good.
He's going on about the people I've fought, lad. He beat Dariush's about 48. A lot of people don't think he beat Charles. I was me included when we watched it live. I thought Charles won, and then he fought fucking Dan Hooker, lad, who's, let's be honest, shite. The last person I beat knocked Dan Hooker out in a round.
Well, me and Paddy have known each other for a long time, so on a personal level, Paddy's a great guy, and it's great to see like good people doing good stuff. But from like a UK MMA point of view, like for such a small place, can have 4 champions. It's absolutely unbelievable. Well, it's a dangerous fight for Paddy, but I think it's winnable. It's definitely winnable, and I think Paddy's going to get a finish. Hey, thanks for that. Really appreciate it.
Hopefully fucking see us again, lad.
And just whilst we've got obviously interim, talk about that. Just obviously you were interim champion.
Interim's a genuine title. It's a genuine world title.
No,
mate.
yeah, of course. Lad, no, what everyone keeps saying to me, the same thing's gonna happen to me. What happened with you?
The people who say it's not a genuine title have never won a title in their life.
Yeah.
They're the ones who say it's not.
As I say though, people keep saying, oh, you're probably gonna end up like Tom when you're winning, it'll get upgraded. And
Why would that happen though?
because people are saying Ilia's not gonna be back for at least a year.
I don't know. I don't know his personal situation.
I don't, but people are saying it could get messy and it could end up being like 2 years if he...
And just whilst we've got obviously interim, talk about that. Just obviously you were interim champion.
Interim's a genuine title. It's a genuine world title.
No,
mate.
yeah, of course. Lad, no, what everyone keeps saying to me, the same thing's gonna happen to me. What happened with you?
The people who say it's not a genuine title have never won a title in their life.
Yeah.
They're the ones who say it's not.
As I say though, people keep saying, oh, you're probably gonna end up like Tom when you're winning, it'll get upgraded. And
Why would that happen though?
because people are saying Ilia's not gonna be back for at least a year.
I don't know. I don't know his personal situation.
I don't, but people are saying it could get messy and it could end up being like 2 years if he...
The scene was set, the fight was on, and then the UFC dropped a hammer that nobody saw coming. The lightweight division was supposed to have its next big star. Paddy Pimblett was supposed to have his next big moment, but in a single stark announcement, all of that was thrown into chaos. The path to this point was anything but simple. It began not with a press conference, but with the quiet tension of a delayed trip and whispers about who would or wouldn't be fighting. The expectation was one fighter. The reality became another. For Pimblett, the target was clear. A marquee bout in late October. He pushed for it, specifically calling for a clash with the violent Justin Gaethje. The promotion's answer was a quiet refusal. It wasn't a title fight, they said, so the puzzle pieces wouldn't connect. The conversation then shifted to the contenders waiting in the wings. Names like Arman Tsarukyan. To some, he appeared a fighter of privilege, his career path paved by advantage rather than adversity. The narrative around him became a point of contention, a withdrawal blamed on injury, whispers of a missed weight cut, a declined fight against a dangerous grappler in Gamrot, followed by a choice seen as strategically safe. In that safer fight, a moment of panic revealed a potential flaw, a near submission, a frantic escape using the head. To a keen observer, it was a glaring window into a vulnerability. His grappling was technically sound, his wrestling elite.
Do you think Paddy's going to beat Justin Gaethje?
Easy.
Wow, really easy?
Yeah, easy.
That's a crazy thing to say because Justin Gaethje's a fucking animal.
Yeah, but he doesn't know how to grapple, and Paddy knows
But he's
that.
a Division I wrestler. He knows how to grapple. You don't think he knows how to grapple? He just chooses not to.
Did you ever saw him submitting someone?
I don't believe he's ever submitted someone, but I think that's because he likes to just crush people.
Everyone likes is to dominate people and to win as soon as possible. If you have the ability to submit someone as soon as you can, you would do it.
I think Justin Gaethje's mindset is to be the most violent person alive. That's one of the reasons why he lost some fight because he took unnecessary.
Yeah, I've got a lot of nice puppy fat on me and I'm not as cold at the minute. I'm absolutely freezing constantly. Low on calories compared to normally at this time of year. Big Tommy, heavyweight champion UFC, is coming to see us today. We popped down to his gym a few months ago, didn't we? And went to see him. We've done a little session with him and had to scram with him after because didn't have no fight coming up. We won't be going for no scram today. I'm sick on diet, lad, hard on diet. And I don't think he can train because of his eye, lad. I'm gonna have to see what his eye's like, lad. I'm fucking intrigued, especially after everyone giving him so much shit. Obviously he's got a bad injury in his eye. It just shows how fickle the MMA fan base is.
Beautiful gym. I've seen a lot of pictures and stuff, but yeah, proper stuff. Smells like a gym. It's a bit arty, isn't it? I like it, mate. Nice.
Good lad. Got black socks on.
How are we doing? What's he done anyway?
It's on.
Hey, Paddy.
It's on. Good.
But the question lingered. Could he impose that will against the very best? A pure grappling match would tell the tale, but the cage is a different beast. SFX quick whoosh. Public opinion on such matters is a fickle tide. One close decision, about many thought he lost, could be followed by a dominant performance against a faded name. The court of fan opinion rarely follows logic. Amidst this divisional chess game, a personal truth remained. On a human level, Paddy Pimblett was a good person, a fact echoed by those who knew him well. And from the perspective of British MMA, his success wasn't just personal, it was part of a national dream. For a small island to house 4 champions bordered on the unbelievable. His upcoming fight was dangerous, but winnable. More than winnable. Many believed it would end with a decisive finish. Then, the topic turned to legitimacy, the interim championship. To the man who held one, its value was absolute. A belt was a belt, and the only voices questioning it were those who had never felt the weight of gold on their shoulder. Legitimacy is earned in the silence of the gym and the roar of the cage. Yet, the whispers persisted. The champion was injured. Rumors set out for a year, maybe 2. Would the interim champion's fate be to wait indefinitely, to be promoted by circumstance like Tom Aspinall before him? The uncertainty was a cloud with no clear end. Meanwhile, the atmosphere in Pimblett's camp thickened by the hour. As the date with Gaethje neared, every training session grew sharper, heavier, more consequential. The arrival of Tom Aspinall was not a casual visit, it was a statement. You don't bring one of the planet's most dangerous heavyweights into your sanctuary unless you are preparing for war on the thinnest of margins. This phase of camp was a trial of spirit. The weight cut bit deeper, the calories ran lower, the cold became a constant companion. Discipline was no longer a concept, it was a minute-by-minute negotiation with fatigue.
Like with other injuries, they just fix them straight away. With eyes, they try and let them, because it's obviously risky, try and let them heal naturally. So we're getting surgery on this eye, keeping me out for a little bit. Not sure how long just yet though, so got a meeting about it soon. So it's just been a slow process, been a nightmare to be honest. Mate, 3 times he did it in one round.
I know.
I think the point of the thing should be sacked off. Just if you do twice in a round, then I get to do one back. I reckon that makes it. They're the best one. Why is it? That's fair though, isn't it? First one's an accident, second one you're doing it on purpose.
Like everyone loved me after I beat Jordan Lever, and then when I had that close fight with Jared Gordon, everyone hated me. And then now people are back on the bandwagon, so it's one of them. You just got to get on with it. Tom will come back and fucking knock Dan out, and then everyone will be sucking his ass again. That's just the way the world is, especially MMA fans. Very, very fickle. But sports fans in general, so it's one of them. You loved one minute, you hated the next, and then you loved again.
Mate, you know what I think a lot of the time? My success, my record that I've got and finishing fights really quick, like if I don't finish the fight in the first minute, people think I'm looking shit. Yeah, people are like, oh shit, he's not looking good today. It's like, well, no, we're just evenly matched and we're having a fight. I've not punched him properly yet. It's been pretty smooth sailing as far as fans with me and stuff, but the tide has turned. But I've got a lot of good stuff as well. It's not all bad. But you know what, mate? It's just thicken my skin up a little bit, and you just got to see it for what it is. Dirty bastard, he needs to cut his finger.
Aspinall's presence, especially while managing a delicate eye injury that precluded hard sparring, was a different kind of fuel, one of shared experience and mutual respect under the blinding spotlight. The fan reaction to Aspinall's injury was a masterclass in volatility. Adoration after a historic win turned to doubt after a single competitive fight. He understood the cycle. He would return, deliver a spectacular finish, and the applause would return just as quickly. It was the nature of the beast. MMA fans were a passionate, transient crowd. Loved today, questioned tomorrow, celebrated again the day after. Pimblett knew this rhythm too. A career built on rapid finishes created created an unsustainable expectation. If a fight reached the second minute, narratives of decline began. The truth was often simpler. Two elite athletes were having an elite fight. The finish would come when the opening presented itself, not when the clock demanded it. This ebb and flow of public sentiment was a trial all its own, a forge that either thickened your skin or consumed you. Aspinall's situation was a particular kind of purgatory. An eye injury doesn't follow a clean timeline. Unlike a broken bone, the path to healing is cautious, slow, and frustrating. It was a test of patience more than pain, a cycle of waiting and reassessment that could drain momentum and focus. This was the harsh reality behind the headlines. The road to this pivotal fight had been winding. There was the initial hope for a different opponent, a request that was quietly denied. There were the pointed observations about other top fighters, suggestions of entitlement, of strategic game playing, of selecting paths of least resistance. This wasn't born of bitterness, but of a fighter's ethos that revered danger over convenience. Looking ahead, the landscape was both clear and chaotic. If Pimblett emerged victorious, the path seemed obvious. A blockbuster clash with the fearsome champion Ilia Topuria. That was the biggest fight, the only fight that made the division hum. If not Topuria, then the relentless Arman Tsarukyan was the undeniable next in line. Some even mused about the winner of other high-profile clashes, creating a web of possibilities that promised either order or beautiful chaos. But a question hung in the air. Why was one clearly deserving contender not getting his shot? Official reasons were vague, hinting at past incidents. Many assumed that by serving as a loyal backup and then defeating elite competition, the shot would be earned. Yet the phone didn't ring. The silence suggested private assurances, a behind-the-scenes understanding that kept the peace. For now, the division moved to the rhythm set by the promoters. The interim title discussion always circled back to the same point. For the men who held them, these belts were not placeholders. They were proof of work, conquered mountains. The real issue wasn't their legitimacy, but the stasis they were meant to prevent. When a champion's absence stretches from months into years, the entire division holds its breath. The title, interim or otherwise, must keep moving, or the sport itself begins to stall. This is the new reality of the lightweight division, a world reshaped by a single stunning decision. It's a story of backlash, preparation, and the relentless pursuit of legitimacy in a sport that offers no guarantees. If you want to follow every twist in this unfolding story, make sure to like this video and follow all the analysis right here on The Boxing Cage.